Beauté, okay, brother, mother, to boy, say, yo, dad, Shawty, she get body. If it's a crime to lose, then girl, I'm sorry. Hey, shawty, she get body.
So just jumping straight into the video, I'm just going to start out the video by gelling and molding down my hair. I'm just using the 30-second molding gel. I pretty much got like the whole line from the 30-second line because I just love using it, and that's just what I'm used to using. So I'm just going to put the gel all throughout my hair. Pretty much, you know, I always show you guys how I put gel all throughout my hair, and then I'm going to comb it all through. And then I will be showing you guys how I kind of just leave out a section in the back. This is where I normally sweat the most, which is like the nape of my hair. So I will not be putting gel there because the actual mold that I'm going to be using, if you activate it with water, it will slip everything out. So I just won't put it on the nape of my hair. Then it's going to be blow drying it and then letting that dry fully. Then you move on to our argan oil weave bonding glue. Or it's a bonding liquid. Sorry, it's not glue, it's a liquid. So this basically you're going to be putting onto a spatula like brush, like I'm doing, like I'm showing you guys right here. And all you do is just put this all throughout your hair. You let it dry fully, and then it becomes super hard. So I did a tutorial on this last year exactly, and you guys had a ton of questions on how this works, how easy is it to remove, and all that good stuff. So I will be doing a separate video on that. Just throwing it out there. I will show a video on how to remove this liquid crap from your hair with no damage, no anything. You have no glue, no nothing on your hair. It just basically becomes super hard, so that anything that you put over top of the liquid cap, you can just wash right off with activating it with water. So this is a frontal that I got from a company. I have to put the company in the description box below. This is not like a hair review or anything. It's just hair that I found in my weave drawer, and I just got super bored with my hair, so I just want to put some weave in. So this is a full frontal, and all I'm doing is just lining it up with my natural hairline, making sure that everything blends nicely. I will be showing you guys later on how I customize my frontal, so definitely stay tuned for that. But all I'm going to be doing is measuring up with the nape and the ear to ear of my hair. Then I will just be putting the 30-second glue onto the back of the frontal, making sure that I do not put any glue on the front because we will be gluing that part down with some Got2Be glue. So all I'm doing is concentrating the glue on the back of the frontal, lining it up with my ears first, and then pushing the rest back and making sure that I am pushing down very firmly because you do not want to have any lifted areas on your frontal and having it fly off your head. That won't happen, but just seriously. So now I'm just letting that sit for about 30 seconds, and then when that is dry, I will be going in my track. So this is what the hair looks like. This is the longest length that I have, which is 24 inches. I did use 3 bundles. I used a 24, 22, and 20 inch, and this is in the style Deep Wave, I believe. Like I said, I will put all the description for the hair in the description box because I don't have the exact names of what everything is, so I'll just leave that all down for you guys to see. So all I do is put glue onto the weft. Well, first I measure the weft onto the back of my hair, and then I cut it, I put the glue on it, and then I blow dry it into place and let that blow dry for about 30 seconds. And it's just the same repetitive step over and over and over again. So that's just what I'm doing right here for you guys. And I kind of make sure that I leave a little bit of space in between each track. When I get to the middle of my hair, it's when I mainly start to put the tracks a little bit closer. But as far as like the back, I kind of make sure that I leave at least 1 or 2 centimeters space in between each track because you don't want it to be super bulky, just in case I want to put this in a high ponytail or anything like that. So this is just what everything looks like when I'm done. I will be customizing the frontal, so all I did was just go and do my makeup off camera, and then when I was done I came back on camera, and then I just wanted to show you guys how I did my frontal. So you just want to make sure that your hairline is thoroughly clean. I did go over my hairline with some makeup remover just to make sure that I didn't have any makeup on that area, because you don't want to have any bulky or cakiness going on. So I did one side of my frontal off camera, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys up close what it looked like. You can't even tell that this is a frontal. It is amazeballs, and it blends so good within my hairline, and I'm so excited to show you guys. So I'm just going to take a random spot from a side that I didn't do, and I'm just going to be taking a generous amount of hair like so, and then just kind of clipping back the excess hair that I will not be using. So the way that I like to do it is, instead of doing the tweezing method, I like to do the pulling method. So I'll take about 4 to 5 strands of hair, wrap the hair around my finger, and then pull. And then I'll kind of just put back the area that I already pulled. And then literally, this is the same thing that I do. This is the easiest way to pluck your frontal without plucking your frontal, guys. It is so realistic. It is so easy, and it is so quick. And I feel like this method looks the best, because if I were to sit and tweeze this for hours, it still wouldn't look this good. So you just take 4 to 5 strands of hair, pull it, skip about 1 or 2 centimeters of hair in space, and then do the same thing all around that area until you kind of see the progress of your hair and how your frontal is looking when it's laying on your hairline. The reason that I like to do this on my hair is because I like to do a few sections first, and then kind of gauge what my natural hairline really looks like, and this is just the easiest way for me to do it. I could have done this without being on my head, but I just kind of wanted to make sure that everything is lining up correctly. You know, I'm not pulling too much hair, I'm measuring out and kind of doing my little check-ins every single time I do a section, just to make sure everything looks very nice, very seamless, and just blends right in with my hairline. And guys, when I say that this literally took me like 10 to 15 minutes, it literally took me 10 to 15 minutes. If I were to sit and tweeze this, oh my gosh, it would have took hours, and no one has time for that today. So once everything is done, I will be going on to gluing down my frontal. So I'm not necessarily gluing it down. It is gel, but it's Got2Be Gel, and they consider it glue, but it's not really glue, guys. Trust me, it's really not. So this is the Got2Be Ultra Glued Hair Gel. So I did notice in my other wig video that I think I put way too much glue on my hairline, and it just kind of made it look kind of crazy and hard and too sticky. It was just like a mess. So when I did it like this, it just looks so much better. So I like to put like a generous amount of glue or gel on the back of my hand, and just take my finger and just kind of place the glue on just a little bit in my hairline. I like to start in the center of my hair, on the center of my hairline first, and then kind of just gauge these sides later. So I will be spraying my Got2Be hairspray on, just to freeze everything in place, and then I will blow dry it for 30 seconds, and then I will lightly place the lace onto my hairline and lightly tap, and then once that's down, I will be gluing, or I will be blow drying that for about 30 seconds, lightly tapping that area, because this glue will dry a little bit white, but I'll show you guys how to take that away later. But this is just a really good thing for me to do, is just doing it in small sections and working my way over. Before, I kind of just put the glue over the entire hairline, and then it was like gluing too fast. I mean, it was drying too fast, and it was kind of sticky, and it was getting all over the place. So once I did it in smaller sections like I'm doing in this video, it looked a million times better, guys. Trust me. And I'm just doing the same thing all around my hairline. and I'm just showing you guys one side of my hairline, and it is bomb. So now we'll be creating little tiny baby hairs. I'm going to be combing out small sections just around the whole hairline area, and then I will be using my razor just to kind of make like little small baby hair figures or baby hairs going on. I did say that in my last weave tutorial that I feel like when you have 1,000,001 baby hairs, it just gives the illusion as if it's fake, you know. So I don't really like to go too ham with creating my baby hairs. I'll only do like a little bit, but yeah, I don't really do too much, guys. The less the better. So now I'll be showing you guys how to basically remove that whole white look onto the hairline when the glue has dried. So I'm just going to be taking a generous amount of mousse. This is the BB wrapping lotion. So this is what just basically disappears all the excess white glue on my hairline. So at first I started to create like little baby hairs, but then I just kind of just did like a little swoop and then brushed the rest of my hair back, and I just feel like that just looked a little bit better instead of just having 1,000,001 baby hairs on my hairline. So literally that's all I did. So just remove the white excess glue just by putting the mousse on and then just brushing all the hair back, and then that is just how I created that illusion. And then once I do the whole hairline, I will be putting my black strip on and then blow drying that just to make sure that everything is laid down. I blow dried it for about 1 minute to 2 minutes just to make sure that once I took it off, number one, the hair glue, hair gel was dry, as well as the mousse was dry, and all that was dry so that it just looked a little bit more natural. And this is the end results of all of that. So now I'll be showing you guys how I activate my curls onto the hair. So I'll just be putting a towel around my shoulder just to make sure, like, you know, my clothes aren't getting super wet or anything. And I'll be sectioning off 2 parts. I'll just be doing 2 sides. So first I will be getting a spray bottle. It just only has water in it. It doesn't have like any conditioner or anything in it. And I'll just be spraying that entire area and just breaking my fingers through just to finger comb it. Then I'm taking my comeback activator from Cantu, and I will be spraying just a little bit of this. I don't really go too ham with this because I just feel like with curly hair and weaves, less is better as far as like the product. And I mainly just concentrated this on the ends of the hair and just a little bit throughout the middle of the hair. And I'm just showing you guys what the ends look like. This hair is like really nice. It was just really nice. I really loved it, and I definitely do recommend this hair to anyone that is curious as far as like curly hair goes or anything. So far this hair is bomb. So I'm just taking my blow dry diffuser and just going all throughout my hair just to make sure everything is dry. I just felt like this just gave it more of that natural wet look with my curls. They didn't look super wet when they dried, but it did look a little bit more defined, and I literally was obsessed. So this is what the ending results look like, guys. I am in love. I actually really shocked myself in this video because this was actually my first time ever doing something like this. So this was literally a make or break tutorial for you guys. I literally had no idea what I was doing. I was just going with the flow and just hope for the best, and it came out amazing. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So for anyone that has short hair like me and just kind of wants to switch it up on any given Tuesday like I did, I definitely would recommend this video for you guys. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandma, tell everybody to check this video out if anyone has any questions on how to slay for the gods with short hair and putting a weave in. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had so much fun recording this for you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned for my next videos that I have to come, and I love you guys always. Deuces.